Hey guys, welcome back. Let's have a chat today about something that I'm sure every single Halo fan watching this video and that lives under the fucking sun wants to happen. A Halo movie. Now, I could quite easily sit here and talk about the infinite different possibilities and ways this could be done to fully reach Halo's potential for quite literally the rest of eternity, from an anime movie to live action to a feature-length piece done entirely by Oats Studios. Halo's potential is quite literally endless. So instead of waffling on for 365 days, I thought I'd summarise what I think would be the best case scenario if we ever were to get a Halo movie. From setting, to directors and producers, to whether it would be big screen or small screen. I'll explain what I mean by this later on. But first, why do we need a Halo movie or something similar? Well, right now, Halo isn't king of the hill like it used to be. And there's like a billion possible reasons why, not going into that today. But I really think that a genuinely good blockbuster movie could help alleviate this and draw a shitload of people into the Halo universe. Something in international cinemas so people from all different countries and communities could go and see it and get pulled into the Halo universe. This really could open the floodgates to new demographics of players and in turn get them into the games, and then the rest is history. And that isn't even taking into account the impact the movie could have if it's the first properly good video game movie. A movie that isn't just a good video game movie, but a video game movie that can stand with other top tier shit like Christopher Nolan stuff. That level of quality and goodness. If a Halo movie could be the first ever video game movie to truly hold that accolade, it would bring a massive wealth of positivity to the series. So, let's talk setting. There's a very clear common denominator that underlies any successful Halo live action piece, whether it be commercials or mini-movies or small series, and that is grit. Every single one of these is gritty and shows a realistic representation of war, even with aliens involved, and even though it's set like 500 plus years in the future, it feels grounded and realistic. This is why I don't think Spartans should be the main focus of this movie. Not to say they shouldn't be included, they definitely should be to a degree, but they shouldn't be the main characters or anything similar. Instead of using like regular Marines like a lot of people talk about, which could maybe make the movie seem pretty samey and not as Halo-y as possible, I think ODSTs would be the perfect choice. They're the perfect mark in between Spartans and Marines, and they've already shown us that they can be fucking badass in a live action setting. Spartans should be savoured and should only show up maybe once, twice maybe, in the entire movie, so their appearance has value and weight to it, and it really exacerbates their importance. They're not on the battlefield everywhere fighting every single battle, but they're sent in when shit is really getting bad, and when a very specialised task needs fulfilling. In terms of the time period, Human Covenant War. Without a doubt, it's one of the most important settings in the Halo universe. It's the one that I think a majority of people who are a fan of Halo or know about Halo are most familiar with, and it would be a perfect way to display violence and grit and emotion in a very realistic manner. We know that ODSTs were used in abundance during the war too, so there's like infinite locations and missions that could be used as material for the movie. Or, on the other hand, new ones could quite easily just be created purely for the movie. At the end of the day, either work. Just one requirement: if ODSTs are gonna be the main focus, you gotta fit Nathan Fillion and Buck in there somewhere. It'd be almost cruel not to. So, who would be at the helm of this project? Well, there's one man who's been wanting to do Halo for around about a decade now, even more I think. And what little he's actually been able to do has been legit the best Halo live action stuff that we've ever seen by quite a long shot. This man is Neil Blomkamp. He did an AMA recently on Reddit where he said that he still loves Halo, and if Microsoft asked him to do more Halo, he'd be there in a heartbeat. Now, when I saw this, I'll be honest, I screamed a little bit, screenshotted it, and then tweeted it out. And then the legend, the man himself, retweeted it. if this doesn't signal his passion and his wanting to do more Halo, then honestly, I don't know what does. He also recently started a film studio called Oats Studios, and they've been producing some absolutely fucking stellar live-action sci-fi pieces with legitimately the best CGI I think I've ever seen on the big screen, and I'm honestly not kidding. The link to the channel is at the top of the description. All of the pieces that they've made are free on YouTube. You can support them if you want to, but they are entirely free. Please go and check them out. But while you're watching them, just imagine Neil and Oates doing a gritty, violent, grounded, ODST-centric feature-length movie to the quality of these shorts. It's honestly like a match made in heaven. Now, although they would hands down do a fantastic job on a movie, I think the most optimal thing would be a miniseries. Not a fully fledged 24-episode multi-series show, just one, maybe 10-episode miniseries. Now, this would fit like a fucking glove for the suggested ODST setting, because it could be done very similar to Band of Brothers, following a squad of ODSTs throughout the latter portion of the Human Covenant War, all the way up until the end, demonstrating similar grit and graphicness to what Band of Brothers showed way back when. And it just so happens that this might be closer to a reality than you might expect. Now, Neil was recently on the Funhouse Movie Podcast, which, by the way, if you're interested in him and his work, is very, very worth listening to. And when Adam Kovic proposed this exact suggestion to him, his reaction was as follows.
That is very creatively attractive, you know, to me. I would love to do that. As long as the circumstances feel like it's the other stuff that we're making in here, I would be there every day of the week.
So, now we know that Blomkamp is practically on board for this, if it were to hypothetically happen, I have even more good news on the topic. Can you remember that Steven Spielberg show that got announced like 4 fucking years ago now? Well, the other week there was an update on that. It's still in production, and Microsoft say they want to ensure that they're doing this the right way together with a team of creative partners that can help us build the best Halo series fans expect and deserve. So not only is this great to hear, after so long, but it was also pretty aptly timed. After Neil said that he'd love to work on Halo again if he was offered, and also after that Band of Brothers statement, Major Nelson, one of the big guys at Xbox, passed the fucking message onto 343. It also just so happens that Spielberg was the executive producer of Band of Brothers, and the Halo show that he's doing is signed to Showtime, who have pretty similar content allowances as HBO, as in they don't really care about the level of violence or graphicness that shows on their network have. And just to put the fucking cherry on top, it was rumoured that Blomkamp was going to direct the pilot of Spielberg's show. So, all in all, am I grasping at straws here? Could this mean that we might get an ODST-centric Band of Brothers style gritty, grounded and violent miniseries? Done by Spielberg and Blomkamp, the god duo? Maybe. If so, I honestly think this could be better than being on the big screen. A really compelling, outstanding small screen Halo piece, done by 2 guys who absolutely know how to do it. This could be some of the juice that Halo needs to regain some of its lost popularity. If this happens, please don't leave Nathan Fillion out. Oh, and yeah, also, Tom Hardy as an ODST would be literally perfect. So, let's make that happen, guys. Thank you. So, that's all for today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you'd like to see a Halo TV show or movie about, or whether you'd prefer a movie or a TV show. Next time, we're going to be looking again at Halo Wars 2's iconic art style. It's been a while since I've made an art style video, so this should be interesting, to say the least. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.